that's going to give you the connection and the information of the wound that you're stuck with. And why, why did I have to be born to such an alcoholic, terrible mother, for instance? And I didn't mean to cut you off, Andy. Did you want to say something before?
No, I agree with that, too. I agree with everything you're saying about the therapeutic value and the idea of so many past lives. People say, well, I probably have like 4 or 5 of them. 4 or 5? I mean, you're probably, 4 or 5,000 is probably closer to the truth than 4 or 5 to me.
Yeah.
But there's always, like, in some sense, not every past life has the same relevance now. At least that's been my experience as a clairvoyant. How do you see that? Do you have a similar kind of energy with that?
Oh, absolutely. That's why that's why nobody can just call me and say, I want to come and do a past life regression, because I might get one of their nice Chinese past lives where, you wake up in the morning, you feed the pigs, you have a nice family, you feed the pigs, and you die. I mean, people people get very upset when they see those kind of past lives. So I have, those are the Chinese, I call those the Chinese past lives.
I wanted a more glamorous, I wanted a more like a lifetime kind of past life. I could, what is going on?
Yeah. So I'll just, this is not a glamorous one, but this is a client who's fresh in my mind because she had such a shift. And she's a beautiful comedy writer who has some glitches in her wiring because she feels, let me just put it, she has some, because she feels less than, let's put it that way. And she feels less than because she was born to a single mom who was 20 years old and in San Diego, where the mom then became an alcoholic, and this little girl was left alone a lot. And so, but she is an amazing girl, and she got herself into one of the best universities in the world. Okay, it's a university very close to my heart, and she. And she is a very upstanding citizen, but she has this edge to her because, she's still carrying all this anger at her mother. Well, when we did her past life, I went, and it was like, well, let's see why you chose your mother. Okay, so she went immediately down into seeing. I said, look at your feet. She said, I'm African. I said, great, you're African. And I said, let's go. She said, I'm an African boy, and I'm a hunter. And I said, let's go find your mother. And she said, I don't want to find my mother. And I said, I have to let everybody do what they want. I said, okay, who do you want to find? She said, I need to find the medicine man here. I need to find the healer. And I said, okay, let's go find the healer. And then she just stopped, and she took a breath. And I said, who's the healer? Who's the healer? And she said, oh, my God, it's my mother. And so they were both men. And so in that lifetime, her healer became her mentor. She did not become the shaman. She became the wise man of that tribe, and she led them out of many difficulties, and she died so proud of herself and big and expansive and loved. And so we went to the in-between, and they all gave her a round of applause. But the biggest thing was that her mother was in her soul group, and I said, now do you see why your mother came? She said, oh, you know what she said? She said, we are the have fun. We are the laughing. Everybody's laughing and having fun because she's a comedian. And I said, well, you know about comedy, that for you to have comedy, you have to have pain. Comedy always comes from having severe pain. So do you see why your mother, who was your teacher, came in to give you this? She said she wanted to give me pain so that I could be a comedy writer, because that's what I need to be, but she didn't want to damage my soul. And she got it in a moment, and she started to cry. And then that crying, it allowed her to totally forgive her mother. She forgave her mother, and her mother, is no longer an alcoholic now because she became, once she launched the kids, she could be who she was, and she's an amazing woman. So it's like, and they're total soulmates. So it's a different kind of soulmates, and I have people who have been severely sexually abused by people, and then they see that person who sexually abused them, it was completely reversed in another lifetime, and they needed to see what it felt like to be on that end of the spectrum. I actually have I have a lawyer who's a client, and it so shifted her that she kind of has to rethink all of everything. People, it's kind of like, it's a very weird thing. Some people sign up to be teachers in this lifetime, and they have to take roles that are really uncomfortable, that are really the bad guy roles. So, they take on the bad guy role so that the person who needs the bad guy lesson can learn it as a soul, because we're all souls. I mean, I'm not a Stephanie who has a soul. I'm a soul that has a worker bee on teaching planet Earth named Stephanie. And I popped in 1947, and there's a conveyor belt, and I could have popped out in 1966 when I nearly died. I wanted to go. I wanted out, but I got to the in-between, and they pushed me back into my body. And being in the in-between is so joyous. It's like you go, oh, yes, I'm back. Take me. And then for me, this gigantic hand pulled me right back into a very, very sick body. But I knew I would live. I mean, it was like there was this, okay, fine, I'll do it again. So when I get people to look back on their life with gratitude as opposed to anger and blame, then I know I've got a healing, and then I focus ahead. I essentially say past life, smash life. Let's see how you want to make a contribution to our planet. Because if we can turn, if we can turn us around, and I think we can, but we're right at a tipping point here. And that's what's happening now. I'm getting so many young people. I love my young clients because they're so excited, and they know that it's their job. All the old souls came in to go to kind of turn this train around. We're on the wrong path, and with burning our fossil fuels. No,
I agree with.
I do too.
Yeah.
With just about everything you're saying. We're going to take a short break, but before we do that, Stephanie, if I want to find out more about your work, or if I want to find a way to make an appointment with you, how's the best way for me to go about doing that?
Just go to my website. It's Stephanie, Stephanie, Riseley, Riseley, it's my name, .com. And you'll see the book, Love from Both Sides. You can download 4 chapters of that from my website. You can email me, you can call me, and that's the best way. That's the only way, because I don't have an assistant. So I answer my phone, I talk to everybody, and it's like I hear the voice, and I go, I essentially go, okay, can I fall in love with this person? Because that's what has to happen. And that's why I love my work so much. Every day I go, oh, look who's coming today to visit me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I've said the same thing. You have to love your client. I mean, that sounds kind of hokey, but I believe it's true.
No. You do. You have to fall in love, and you have to want the best for them. And I'm tough. I drove a cab in Manhattan for 7 years, and I didn't know why I needed to do that, but now I understand. because I am tough, and I've got a 6'6", gorgeous black man, who's one of my newest clients. And man, did he shift when he saw that he had literally tricked his mother into having him. But I'll let you take the break.
Fabulous. We will be back with Stephanie Riseley in just a couple of minutes. Don't run off. You're listening to Rockmore Psychic Radio on Hazy Radio Network, and we will see you in just a minute. Thank you.
Your health is not just about your physical condition. Science is learning that your mind has a great influence on your overall health. A healthy body needs a healthy spirit and a healthy attitude to run its best. Join Helene Burke for Healthy People to discover ways to help you build the healthy life you want. Monday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on the Hazy Radio Network.
We know you're out there. We know you can hear us. We're going to show you a place where the rules of this world don't always apply. A place where the common conception known as reality doesn't exist. We will lead you over the bridge, crossing the void you may fear to try to cross. Where you take it from there, we leave that decision up to you. We only have one question to ask. Are you ready? Crossing the Void Radio, every Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time on the Hazy Radio Network. To learn more about Crossing the Void Radio, go to our website, www.crossingthevoidradio.com.
Hey, it's Scott, host of Crossing the Void Radio, here on the Hazy Radio Network. So, with the warm weather of summer coming, we all want to be outside at the beach or just with our family and friends enjoying it, right? Make sure you're ready for summer with the Hazy Radio Network as well. Yeah, and I know what you're saying, Scott. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to tell you. Hazy Radio Network is found on many mobile applications for your Android, iPhone, or iPad. Applications like YourMuse.fm, iTunes, TalkStream Live, and many more. Just find your favorite, and we're probably there. Always remember the motto, be prepared. Drink lots of water, use plenty of sunscreen, and always remember to listen to Crossing the Void Radio and the Hazy Radio Network. To find more about where you can find the Hazy Radio Network, come to our website, www.hazyradio.com.